So we're back with deck number 5 today. Let's spin the wheel and see what we get. Whew, we dodged Turbo Fog. All right, Caw Gates. So this is Caw Gates. And the basic idea here is you control the board until eventually you get up to a bunch of gates in play plus Basilisk Gate, which is 2 tap, target creature gets plus X until undetermined X's number of gates you control, sorcery speed activation. So basically all of your creatures become lethal threats on their own, or at least very, very big beaters on their own. So you have Sacred Cats, which can embalm back from the graveyard for 1 mana. So it's 2 creatures in 1, and they have lifelink, so you can race. And then you've got Squadron Hawks, of course, which fetch up more Squadron Hawks. So it makes it so that every single creature has to be dealt with. You also have Guardian of the Guild Pact, protection from multicolor, which survives most removal spells. And then there's also 2 random Dawnbringer Clerics in here to probably destroy enchantments most of the time. Then the rest of the deck is just all interaction or digging. So we've got Brainstorm, Dispel, one of here, Preordain, Spell Pierce, Journey to Nowhere for removal, counter spells. We've got the Modern Age to dig, Prismatic Strands to fog, quote-unquote, our opponent, and Lorien Revealed. And then just a bunch of lands, including a bunch of gates. And then in the sideboard, we've got Revoke Existence and Dust to Dust for the artifact decks. And then we've got Hydroblast for the red decks, Pyroblast for the blue decks, and Essence Scatter when we need to hit specific creatures. And that's Caw Gates. On the draw for round 1. All right, this hand looks fine. Keep the Autonomous Furnace, so mono red on for our opponent. So that being the case, I probably want to get Counterspell up as I can. So let's just play Guildgate and pass. Synthesizer. Synthesizes Voldaren Epicure. All right, so let's do Seagate. And then we name... This one's blue, right? So let's name white. Play the cat. Over to them. Kuldotha Rebirth eating the blood token. And we're about to get bushwhacked? Indeed. All right, well... let's see. If I play the gate, then I'm gaining, what, 4 a turn? But then I'm not advancing my board in any other way, so I probably do just need to block. All right, block. I guess maybe they're Boros, but I doubt it. So let's just kill Epicure. All right, damage. We're at 12. So let's see. I can't play the gate. Okay, so I probably just play Plains, Embalm this, and hold Counterspell / Brainstorm open, or I just cast Journey to Nowhere to eat a guy. I don't know. Plains... All right, Embalm this. I think I'm going to hold up Counterspell. So I'll counter like a Bushwhacker or something, and then if they don't play something I want to counter, I'll Brainstorm and try to find something else. It feels like just not good to just Journey here and kill 1 token. Wren's Resolve. All right, I'll counter that. Counter your Wren's Resolve. Plays a land. Chain Lightning or Cat. All right, well, that's what it is. Take 4, go to 8. Huh. Really need to draw like some kind of creature that can block here. So let's Brainstorm. All right. What am I putting back? I probably don't have the time to run the Modern Age. So let's put that back, and let's put back... What am I playing this turn? I'm playing Squadron Hawk, Sacred Cat, so I'm going to shuffle my deck. So I'm not going to draw the Modern Age, and I'm not going to draw Journey to Nowhere? Yeah, all right, let's do that. Basilisk Gate, Squadron Hawk, trigger, yes, grab all the Hawks, and Cat, and then over to them. And then I will not block with the Cat unless I have to, because it's so much better to lifelink with the Gate out. I guess I can always Embalm it, so maybe I do just block. Name Sticker Goblin. What's the last card? Or just Pop Synthesizer? Yeah, Pop Synthesizer. Exiling Bolt. Fantastic. So Bolt the cat. Yeah. All right. So block. Plays a land. All right. At least they're out of stuff. At least. All right. Basilisk Gate. Hawk. And then Embalm the cat. All right. How do I have to block here to not die? I probably have to put both Hawks in front of these 2/2s and then gate this cat. Reckless Impulse. Land, Name Sticker Goblin. And then they can pop this land to draw. And a Swift Spear, of course. So I have to block now. I don't think I can possibly survive. Yeah, let's just concede. All right. Well, so Hydroblast. I guess Essence Scatter. Because I want to counter Bushwhacker and Sticker Goblin. So what's bad? Probably Dispel. Spell Pierce can be good. So there's basically anything that's really slow, right? Journey to Nowhere sucks because they just go wide. So cut all that. And then what? Modern Age and Counterspell are like the slowest cards here. Let's cut 1 Modern Age, 1 Counterspell. All right, let's admit. We only have 1 land, but we do have Brainstorm. All right, I'll keep Seagate, name white, over to them. Mountain into Epicure. All right, so Brainstorm, put back Prismatic Strands, and this one, and then I'm going to draw Modern Age. Then this one, name blue, over to them. Reckless Impulse, 2 mountains. All right, take 1, go to 18. So gate, name white, play Squadron Hawk, then yes to Squadron Hawk and get 2 of the Hawks, so we don't have to discard, and over to them. They just played a mountain from their hand, not even from over here. All right. Relic of Progenitus trigger. Sure. Swing, block Voldair Epicure. Take 2 to 16. All right, I definitely need to draw a limited land here, so let's play Modern Age. And then we know the top is Prismatic Strands. Oh, they're just going to blast it? All right, sure. So Preordain, tap this, sure. Exile. Bottom both. All right, back to them. Monastery Swiftspear, Synthesizer, and Synthesizer exiles Name Sticker Goblin. Thank God they can't cast that right now. Take 4, go to 12. All right, Gate, Journey to Nowhere, exile one of these. Target us, sure. Get rid of a card. And then I just Pyroblast this next turn, right? Probably. Or Hydroblast it. Reckless Impulse. I'm just going to counter that. Counter Reckless Impulse. Just keep them off of... We have more cards than they do. Let's just keep them off of more cards. Swing. We go to 10. All right. So Hawk. Trigger. Yeah. Grab the last Squadron Hawk. And then... Man, just playing another Squadron Hawk's bad. All right. Let's just play the cats. Play another cat. Over to them. So more power on the board. End the festivities. Of course they have that. Of course they do. Cracks Relic. Eats our graveyard. We lose the cats. All right. Down to 7. Play Squadron Hawk. And, man, playing the other Squadron Hawk at this point is like, I can't even block this stupid Swiftspear. Unbelievable. Well, whatever. Play the Squadron Hawk. Synthesizer, crack. Exile, another Swiftspear. Amazing. Play Swiftspear. All right, I guess I'm going to try to double block one of them. Double block a Swiftspear. All right, at least we trade with one of them. And we're just drawing anything of any relevance here, so wow. All right, back to them. Bushwhacker, counter that. Oh, and they have a blast for this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, let's see. Prismatic Strands, name red. And then I guess we just don't block so that we can tap this from the graveyard next turn. And we take 3 from the Samurai token. Well, there's Basilisk Gate. So this is +5. It's just 2. So we go to 1 off the Samurai if I have Prismatic Strand again. All right. Target here. Plus attack with the Squadron Hawk. And over to them. Pops that. I guess I just name red now, right? So Prismatic, name red. All right, Samurai, we go to 1. Hydroblast. So I can go block here, tap it, name white, Hydroblast, Monastery Swiftspear. All right, back to them. Swing with all. All right, so Hydroblast, kill Swiftspear. Then go to blocks, block here, and then strands from the graveyard, tap this. I guess it also prevents my Squadron Hawk from killing his Bushwhacker, doesn't it? Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we die. Alrighty then. Round 2. Ban Name Sticker Goblin. Ban stickers. Alright, on the draw for round 2. Alright, this is fine. What are we up against? Volatile Fjord. So, Fairies or Delver. Let's just do this and play Preordain. Alright, so I probably want Journey to Nowhere and not the Gate. And pass. Snow Mountain. And Augur Bolas. Or it's just Jeskai Ephemerate. Okay, they bricked on it, eh? Let's just get Modern Age out. Modern Age and discard Prismatic Strands. Over to them. Cycle Ash Barrens. Goes and finds Snow Island. Alright, so they're not Jeskai. Unless they just desperately wanted to have Counterspell up. Modern Age trigger. Alright, discard Sacred Cat. Play Citadel Gate, name blue. And then we just pass. Brainstorm. I'll Spell Pierce that. Why not? Spell Pierce your Brainstorm. Brainstorms again. Oh well. Preordain. 1 top, 1 bottom. And then attack for 1, we go to 18. Modern Age flips over. Probably better to hold up Counterspell than to do anything else here. So let's just play Seagate and pass. Red. Skred's our dude. All right, let's try to counter that. I like that a 2/3 flyer is an actually legitimate threat in this format that you would want to fight over. All right, they counter us back. Skred kills our guy. Another land. Plays Crimson Fleet Commodore. Ugh, Monarch. All right, well, we got to try to get that back now. It's a 5/2? Huh, I didn't know that. So what's the best thing to do here? Get 2 cats into play and then try to kill something next turn to steal the Monarch back? All right, let's just brainstorm first. Ooh, Squadron Hawk. Okay, so let's put back cat and what? Cat and Modern Age, I think. And then play Squadron Hawk. Trigger, use the ability, grab all the other Hawks. And then let's just Journey to Nowhere this thing. So eat this dude. No, they have removal. Well, more turns with the Monarch in play. Take 1 from Augur, then the Monarch triggers. All right, so cast Brainstorm, put back 2 Hawks, then play Hawk, trigger, get the Hawks back, and then play another Hawk, and then play this tapped, and over to them. All right, double Hawk hopefully is able to steal the Monarch back. Plays another land, attacks with Augur, no blocks. We go to 15, end step Monarch trigger. All right, we actually just have a ton of gates, right? We can just pound them with tons and tons of damage. Let's just make sure that we steal the Monarch back. Combat, swing with the Hawks. All right, we got the Monarch. And then what? So play Hawk, trigger, play Modern Age, trigger this one, discarding Island, and then back over to them. And the Monarch triggers another Prismatic Strands. All right, I think I just chumped this turn and just have Counterspell up in case they deploy another threat. I could also just flashback Prismatic Strands from my graveyard, right? All right, so block, and then flashback Prismatic Strands, name blue. All right, so nothing on their side, and then just back to us. So Modern Age triggers, discard Prismatic, play a land. I think we can just start pounding them with Basilisk Gates, right? Target a Hawk. All right, we won the match. Somehow. I guess they just conceded the entire match after that game. All right, on the draw for round 3. Well, 2 Basilisk Gates means I'm going to mull this. All right, that's keepable, and what am I binning? Not sure. Let's go with... I think the Counterspell. I think the way that this game's going to go, I'm not going to have Counterspell up for a long time. Razortide Bridge. All right, so Blue-White Affinity. Play this, name blue, back to them. Darksteel Citadel, Ginger Brute. Attacking with both means they're going to Ninja the Ornithopter. Ninja the Ornithopter. We get hit, they draw. So I probably Journey to Nowhere this Ninja now. All right, Journey to Nowhere, eat the Ninja. Plays a tap land, plays Springleaf Drum, Thraben Inspector, and then there's Of One Mind. All right, take one from Ginger Brute. Let's cycle Lorien Revealed to grab an island, then play the island, then play Modern Age. All right, trigger, discarding Prismatic Strands, back to them. Ornithopter, Of One Mind, draw more cards. Frogmite. Oh, here comes another Ninja too. All right, well, Ninja the Ornithopter. We take 4, go to 12, they draw another card, and they get to replay Ornithopter. Another Ginger Brute. Wait, they're playing Ginger Brute now? Oh, they just drew it off of the Ninja. Modern Age, discarding, I guess Sacred Cat. I only have 1 white source though, that's the problem. All right, Squadron Hawk. Oh, come on, they have interaction after all of that as well? Jesus. Metallic Rebuke, sure. How much damage are we taking? A lot. All right, Preordain. None of that's going to help at this point. So bottom both. Draw another land. All right, Island. Let's just brainstorm now. Put back. All right, we're not winning this game. Let's just concede. Let's not belabor the point. We're going to lose. We have like a 99% chance to lose. It's just going to take a bit to get there. So Pyroblast in, all the artifact kills in, all the Prismatic Strands out because we can't name colorless. Also, Guardian of the Guild Pact is not protected against the artifact creatures, so that's not even that good. Dawnbringer Cleric kills all that glitters, which is important. Dispel is, I don't think, important here. Counterspell's okay. Spell Pierce, I feel like, just runs out of usefulness pretty fast. So let's do this. All right, that's fine. I want to be able to cast Dust to Dust on curve, so let's play all our gates first. So gate, name white, over to them. Ancient Den, into Ginger Brute. All right, cat, and then play another gate, and name white, and back to them. Seed of the Synod, Thraben Inspector. Oh, man. So they're representing Metallic Rebuke, so I don't want to cast Dust to Dust right now. All right, Modern Age, resolves, trigger. What am I binning? I guess Pyroblast, I can't even cast it right now. So yeah, bin Pyroblast, cast Preordain. All right, I definitely want both of these, so top both of them. And over to them. Another Seed of the Synod, plays Myr Enforcer, still holding up Metallic Rebuke. So Modern Age trigger, discarding what? I guess the Citadel Gate. They don't have an all that glitters yet, so let's discard Dawnbringer. All right, let's play Journey to Nowhere. Actually, no, let's play Revoke Existence on their Synod. I guess I'm going to play 2 things this turn anyway, so let's play this first, and then try to kill their land. So I assume they will be forced to use Rebuke on that. Turn aside. All right, Journey to Nowhere. So that's what they were representing, eh? Journey, eat Myr Enforcer. May as well attack now. All right, life totals to 19 each, and over to them. Another Myr Enforcer. Cracks the clue. All right, it swings there. So they don't have Metallic Rebuke. Otherwise, they wouldn't swing with Ginger Brute. So Modern Age flips over, and then we dust the Myr Enforcer and probably one of their lands. This one. White, white, dust to dust. All right. Play this tapped. And at this point, this one makes white, right? So let's name red. Combat, attack with the cat. And now I probably just save Journey to Nowhere either for yeah, okay, so for an All That Glitters play. Makes it hasteable, or unblockable, really. All right, take 7 from Ginger Brute. All right, attempt to play Journey to Nowhere. Target your guy. All right, that worked. So then let's play Gate. Let's target the cat with the Basilisk Gate and go to combat, swing with both of these guys. Razortide Bridge into Mirror Enforcer. All right, our Basilisk Gate is getting through to them, though. All right, yeah, so they've just conceded from that position. And then I think I just run back exactly the same thing. I don't know, maybe Sacred Cat's not even very good. Sacred Cat. Spell Pierce is actually viable, I think. Essence Scatter, not so much. All right, let's do that. I basically never want the Sacred Cat until way later. Speak of the Devil. All right, I'll keep this. Thraben Inspector. Ornithopter. All right, Seagate, name white. Back to them. Seed of the Synod, Frogmite, Ginger Brute, Relic. All right, they're all out of stuff. So let's, I think, just take them off of mana. So let's like revoke the Seed of the Synod. Yeah. So revoke Seed of the Synod so they can't play Thoughtcast and whatnot. And then back to them. And we're not under that much pressure. Well, they have another land anyway. So 4 down to 14. We really need to draw more lands. All right, we did draw more lands, although it's not good. So Heapgate, play Squadron Hawk, trigger, use the ability, grabbing 2 more Hawks, and then play Preordain. I do want to draw more lands, so let's put both on top, I guess. All right, back to them. I will snap trade this for a Ginger Brute, although they'll probably just make it unblockable. I don't understand why they're not just popping this Relic to draw a card. Like, they really should just... Oh, Mirror Enforcer off the top. Fantastic. Why not just make Ginger Brute unblockable? I guess they want to pop their Clue. All right, no blocks. Go to 11. Being choked on white mana sucks so much. I guess I can technically play 2 things this turn if I use this and a Basilisk Gate to make a treasure. So we go Cat, and then Basilisk Gate, then use this ability to tap the Basilisk Gate to make a treasure. Whoops. Oh, it's 1 and tap a gate to make a treasure. Oh, geez, I didn't realize that. All right, well, I'm kind of committed to that now. So do this. So pay the 1, tap the gate, make a treasure, and then just play the other cat. They pop their Clue. Yeah, no attacks from here. So the plan is use Basilisk Gate on the cats to gain life and out life gain whatever they're doing. Of 1 mind. Well, yep, sucks to have to go shields down here, but that's what it is. Plays another land. Swings with Mirror Enforcer, this, and Frogmite. All right, so let's double block Frogmite. Block here, block here. Frogmite dies, we take 4, go to 7. Pops the Relic, we lose our cat out of the graveyard. We're drawing Spell Pierce. This is so bad. All right, well, Seagate, name white. I can't even really race here is the problem. And if I don't just play Hawk this turn, man, I just don't... This mana is just terrible. Yikes. I guess I just gain 5 and hold up Spell Pierce. All right, target the cat. This one. Combat, swing. 15, 12. Plays Thraben. Plays Ornithopter. Cracks the Clue. Oh, the 1 turn I hold up my Spell Pierce. You don't play a spell. All right, so then we take 6 here and go to 6. I am kind of stabilizing. It's either play the Modern Age and go shields down, or it's... Man. All right. Modern Age. We just need to find more stuff. Like, more gates would be fine, too. Trigger. There's another gate. All right. Discard. Spell Pierce. I don't know. Play a gate. Activate on the cat. Combat for 6. Swing. Spell Pierce doesn't even stop in All That Glitters at this point, so... All right. Thoughtcast. Can't counter that. Plays another land. They can also stop me from gaining life if they just block with Ginger Brute and then crack it before damage, but they're just not doing that. All right, so we're about to get ninja'd by this Ornithopter. Ninja. Although now that I have 2 gates, I can double gate my cat. So we're at 3, and they replay Ornithopter. Springleaf Drum. All right, I guess I'm just double gating. Ooh, Dust to Dust. Modern Age trigger, draw, discarding. What am I doing? It's all my mana to double gate. Or alternatively, I can Dust to Dust, Mirror Enforcer, and Ginger Brute, and still gate, but then I'm dead to Glitters. I'd ideally like to be able to hold Counterspell up, but I just can't with double gate. They also could have, what? Destroy Evil, Celestial Flare. I don't think they would bring in either of those for this matchup, but who knows. All right, let's discard a Squadron Hawk. So this one, yeah, target here, this one. I think we're just in a horribly losing position. I would rather just gate this as much as possible. Combat, attack for 13 lifelink. All right, blocks with an Ornithopter. Boom, we're at 16. I think we're still dead to all that glitters though, right? They have just way too much in play. Yep, all that glitters. 12-12, we're dead. What would the alternative have been there? I could have gated once and then held up Counterspell, and we would have been at, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So gain 7, I would have been at 10. And then we would have and then I would counter the all that glitters, and then we take 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. If they have a Counterspell, the glitters remains. If they have any other power, yeah, like we're just in a horrible position there. All right, we're on the draw for round 4. Huh. All right, I'll keep this. Swamp. All right, play Guildgate. Pass the turn. Oh, Cycle Dranith Healer. Okay, so it's Cycle Storm. So it's way more important to hold up Spell Pierce next turn than it is to resolve Sacred Cat. Cycle Monstrous Carabid. Cycle Street Wraith. Barrenmore. All right, Basilisk Gate. Go. Another Swamp. Well, we're not drawing any colored lands, so back to them. Non-creature counters won't really matter, but won't it matter against, like, rituals? Cycle Troll. My hand's slow as hell regardless. Cycle Dranith Stinger. Cycle Dranith Healer. Another Swamp. All right, well, we finally drew another land. Pass back to them. I can just hold up Prismatic Strands, right? And then, is the giant damage or life loss? Lotleth Giant. Deals 1 damage. So yeah, I can Prismatic Strands to block Lotleth Giant from killing me. It's not the giant in this one. Cycle Lurching Rot Beast. This does look different than the list I'm familiar with. Cycle Horror of the Broken Lands. Cycle Lurching Rot Beast. Cycle Lurching Rot Beast. It's the Stingers. Yeah, but the Stingers also damage, right? So I can just Prismatic Strands. I guess I could do it at instant speed, right? Dark Ritual. Yeah, Dark Ritual. Cabal Ritual. Reaping the Graves. Storm, get back all their dudes. Well, can't do anything about that. Very well. Reaping the Graves. All their guys come back. Or at least a bunch of them. Cycle Street Wraith. Cycle Street Wraith. Cycle Brought Beast. Cycle Horror. Cycle. Dark Ritual again, sure. Cabal Ritual. Cycle. 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 Songs of the Damned. Make 10 bajillions of mana. Alright, yeah. Man, our lands are really fucking us over this game, aren't they? Songs of the Damned. 10 bajillions of more mana. Barrenmore. Cycle. Cabal Ritual. Reaping the Graves. Again. Storm. Get a bunch of things back. Alright, I'm kind of F6ing at this point. I was going to F6 at this point and then try to stop them when something relevant happens. At least one land spy wins quick. The payoff turns take forever with this deck. How do they actually win? Because they don't have red mana to play Stinger, right? At least so far. Alright, Reaping the Graves. A whole bunch of stuff comes back to their hand. Cycle. Unearth. Oh, there we go. Cycle. Prismatic Strands, name red. Yeah, I obviously should have responded. I should have not F6, because then I could have responded at this point when they had it unearthed on the stack. That would have blanked at least a turn, right? But then they still would have untapped with Granite Stinger and a bajillion things. I just got tired of manually passing priority through every single cycle. So even if I had done it in response to them unearthing Granite Stinger, what? They would have just stopped doing things, right? And then they would have let me untap, and then I would have just, held up Counterspell? Alright, whatever. I'm going to concede at this point. So, obviously, should not have F6'd, but whatever. So, let's see. All of that's irrelevant. Actually, all of my sideboard's irrelevant, right? Every single card here is irrelevant. All their spells are black, so the blasts do nothing. They don't actually cast anything. They don't have any artifacts that I can target. So, like, maybe Essence Scatter, if they ever cast a creature. So what's the worst cards here that, like, are not actually going to do anything? Almost certainly Journey, but then that's kind of doing the same thing as Essence Scatter. Guardian of the Guild Pack is, like, super incredibly slow, right? Although even then, again, if they just have a big creature, this just blocks that. Maybe. They do have multicolor Carabids. Dawnbringer Cleric maybe is worse? No, Dawnbringer Cleric eats things out of the graveyard, although only one. I'm just not going to bring in anything. Forget it. Whatever. Just run it back exactly the same. Yeah, sure. Keep. Island, Preordain. I guess I'll keep a Preordain and bottom a land. Over to them. Barrenmore back to us. So, Basilisk Gate, Modern Age. Trigger, discarding Citadel Gate. Over to them. Cycle, grab a swamp, play the swamp. Trigger the Modern Age. Man, our lands coming in tapped is just so bad in this position, especially. I don't think they can go off. Just play another Modern Age. Trigger, this Sacred Cat, play Seagate, name white, go. Cycles a guy. Duress us. Alright. At least that means they're not going off this turn. They took Spell Pierce. Sure. Modern Age, again. Stack these. Resolve, flip into Vector Glider, loot. I honestly probably don't need the second Basilisk Gate, although maybe I do, who knows. I have all the Modern Ages in my hand. All right, let's discard one of them. So, I don't actually have to get the cat back. So let's Modern Age, trigger, loot. I guess discard an island. Preordain, just looking for anything that interacts with them. So not these cards. Lorien revealed. All right, Azorius Guildgate, go. And they cycle. Cycle. All right, they're going to clean up, apparently. Discarding another cycler. Triggers, flip this thing and loot. Discard a gate. Cast Brainstorm. Try to find some kind of interaction. All right, Spell Pierce and Prismatic are at least interaction. Put back Squadron Hawk. Put back Lorien revealed. Basilisk Gate. What's the clock here? I have 4 gates, so that's +4. So this is 6. And then next turn, it's activate 2 gates. So they go to 14, and then this is 4, 8, 10, 12. They're not dead. 4, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, they're not dead next turn. Unless I draw a gate, but I'm not drawing a gate. So in that case, let's just get the cat back. Now, let's not even do that. Let's just start hitting them. I guess I just hit them without doing anything, right? And just hold up multiple pieces of interaction just in case. All right, cycle. This deck wouldn't be miserable to play against if you didn't have to manually pass priority every single cycle. I guess I can yield? I can always yield to their cycling. Songs of the Damned, Spell Pierce. All right, Songs of the Damned, dead. Lurching Rotbeast, cycle. So then this flips over. There's never ever going to be a moment where I can go shields down for the Lorien revealed, right? So I may as well just cycle it. So cycle this, grab island, play island, cat, get the cat out of the graveyard, and then combat, swing with the Vector Gliders. I guess I can just say always yield to cycling, and then I'll have to do that for every single individual cycler, right? Dark Ritual, sure. So always yield to that one. Plays another land, yield to that one. Dark Ritual. Songs of the Damned, make a bunch of mana. Unearth on Stinger, so we respond to that with Prismatic. All right, name red. Stinger comes out. All right, so Reap the Graves. And you have to manually pass priority on every single Reaping the Graves. All right, so yield to this. And yield to Carabid. Think you have lethal on board with one more gate? Yeah, I do. Wait, you have 4 gates? Never mind, that's lethal. No, it's not. This is 4, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, I forgot they went down because they cycled Street Wraith at some point, right? I guess. So we do actually have lethal in play. So we just have to wait for them to stop doing stuff on their turn. Yeah, 4, 8, 10, 11, 10, 12, 14. Yeah. Unearth the other Stinger, sure. So now they're just passing. Very well. Cycle, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Cycle, Cool. All right, gate one of these. And then gate, then go to combat, swing in the air. All right, lethal in the air. We did it. We have a third game to play. Once again, I believe I just keep the deck exactly the same. Run it back. Has the Pauper Marathon been so far? It's all right. Whew. Some stinky lands here. And we have no interaction at all, Mull. All right, a lot of interaction. Keep and toss back one of the 2 Prismatic Strands. Swamp. All right, play a Guildgate. Cycle Troll of Khazad-dûm. All right, what is the likelihood they can actually win on their turn? On turn 3? I think very unlikely, so I'm just going to run out Modern Age. So trigger, discarding, another Modern Age. All right, back to them. Cycle, 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 duress us. All right, takes a counterspell. They took a counterspell. All right, so Modern Age trigger. What am I discarding here? I guess a gate. Discard a gate. Let's make sure we have Prismatic Strands open just in case. Back to them. Opponent cycles 3 different cards. Plays another land. All right, well, we're never going to be in a position to tap out for Lorien, so let's just cycle that for an island. Vector Glider flips over, and then play gate and pass. Cycle Barrenmoor. 5th land, Dark Ritual. I mean, they have plenty of mana, so yeah. I think it's more important to counter like Songs of the Damned or something. Dark Ritual, sure. Cabal Ritual, sure. Reaping the Graves, get a bunch of stuff back. Very well. So a bunch of their creatures come back to their hand. All right, and now the cycling continues. Cycle, cycle, always yield to that. Always yield to Architect's Will cycling. Cycle again. Cycle Draenei Stinger. Unearth on Draenei Stinger. All right, in response, I could counter this, but then I'm tapped out. So if they have another Unearth, then it's a problem. So I can counter it, and then what? If they just have another one plus more mana, they can keep going. All right, let's just counter that. Counter Unearth. Cycle again. Songs of the Damned. Damn it. See, I was thinking like I could Prismatic Strands just name red. The problem is even if that succeeds, then they just have a Draenith Stinger in play. All right, Reap the Graves, get a bunch of stuff back. So I have to hope that what? They run out of mana before they find a way to get this back from the graveyard. I also considered playing this island last turn instead of a tapped Guildgate, but I was like, am I really going to have to hold up double counter spells or Prismatic plus Dispel? I guess I did need to hold that open. Triple Street Wraith. 4 mana left. All right, 2 left. 1 left. Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual, of course. Cycle, cycle, cycle. 1 mana left. Do they have Songs of the Damned? Of course they do. Well, we're dead now, because I assume they can just cycle through the entire rest of their deck, right? Is Songs of the Damned an instant? It is, so I could have dispelled that if I had left a mana open. Reaping the Graves, get a bajillion things back. And they don't even need enough cards left in their library to cycle kill us, because they can just keep cycling with the Draenith Stinger triggers before they draw a card. So I actually needed to not play a Guildgate last turn. All right, lesson learned. So if I had simply played an island instead of Azorius Guildgate, I would have won this game. I don't know why, I just assumed that the format couldn't be as degenerate as non-Pauper. They've used 2 Reaping the Graves. Do they have more than that? I would assume they do. Unearth Stinger, So unearth a second Stinger, all right. So that's probably gonna do it. Cabal Ritual, and then every cycle is 2 damage, so we're gonna die. Yep. Can't believe I'm gonna lose this game because I didn't play an island. All right, so we lose this game, right? Yeah. Wow, they're down to 1 card in their library? Surely they have another cycler. Reap the Graves, yeah. All right, so I lost that match, but if I was actually experienced with the format, I would have known the windows of how Cycle Storm operates. So let's just say, for me, it's this record, but for a player who is more experienced with Pauper, this would be 2-2. So on to the last match. All right, so we are on the play for the last round. This was fine, I guess. Seagate, name white, over to them. Drossforge, Bridge, then back to us. Let's play Cat and the other gate. Over to them. I considered, do I need to hold up Counterspell, but I doubt there's anything too important I need to Counterspell on turn 2. Vault of Whispers, and they're not even doing anything. Yeah. All right. So, attack with the Cat, and Preordain, 2 Modern Ages. I actually just want to find land so I can play Guardian of the Guild Pact. I guess I could draw one of them and then Modern Age, discard Prismatic Strands. All right, so bottom one, top the other one. Then Island, Modern Age, Unearth, Cycled. All right. Discard the Prismatic Strands. Over to them. 3 mana, Goblin Matron. Oh, so it's Goblin Combo. Okay. Fetches Putrid Goblin. Modern Age trigger. All right, discard Cat. Basilisk Gate. So now I just have to have Counterspell up for the rest of the game. Cool. So attack with the Cat. I don't know why the art on Goblin Matron's bugging out. All right, Modern Age. Trigger. I'm not going to be able to resolve the Guardian while I'm just holding up Counterspell the whole time. So, yeah, all right, get rid of that. Back over to them. Man, I love playing against Splinter Twin, don't you guys? Do they have Putrid Goblin and 3 mana? You can never go Shields down for the whole game. Actually, do they have 3 mana? You can never go Shields down for the whole game. Putrid Goblin, sure. Another land. Skirk Prospector. Yep, never countering anything except for first day of class. Trigger, get Vector Glider, and then Modern Age, another card. Let's see. Squadron Hawk is actually completely worthless in this match right now. So discard that. Flip this over. I am going to Journey the Skirk, and then they'll just sack it. Journey. Target Skirk Prospector. Yep, sack for red. Then try to pass priority. All right, and we don't have any attacks here, so just pass. I guess one line I could have taken is Counterspell the Skirk, and then untap Journey this Putrid Goblin. But I feel like I'm just supposed to have Counterspell up the whole game. First day of class, Counterspell. Plays another land. Plays Makeshift Munitions. All right, Vector Glider flip over. I'm going to Journey this Putrid Goblin, which means that they're going to makeshift to shoot it anyway, so I may as well attack first. Probably. I don't know. Combat. Swing here and swing here. Blocks the Cat. Yep. So gain some life. I guess I shouldn't have attacked with it, right? Because I have Prismatic Strands in my graveyard. All right, whatever. Preordain. Both of these are useless, so bottom both of them. Even if I Journey this, they just sack it, and so they have to have another Unearth at least. So let's cast Journey. Target this guy. Then they just sack it with Munitions. But it at least comes back with a -1 counter, I guess. So persist. Then we go down to 22. And then how useful is Spell Pierce versus just embalming a cat? I guess I just embalm the cat, and then if they ever shoot it, or then I just cast Prismatic Strands. So embalm the cat, over to them. 3 mana. Rowan's Grim Search, sure. Bind Unearth Chromatic Star. Iker Wellspring. Plays a tap land. All right. Gate. Is this death in 2 turns? Gate one of my Vector Gliders. Combat. Swing with the Vector Gliders. All right. Opponent's at 6, and they're dead in 1 more hit. So we pass with Strands plus Spell Pierce open. Makeshift Munitions this. Sacking the Putrid Goblin. All right. So Prismatic. This one naming red. So then the Makeshift Munitions does nothing for the rest of the turn. So even if they combo, we can still not die to the Makeshift Munitions. Rowan's Search, sack Iker Wellspring. Discards Putrid Vault, Faithless Looting. Discards Dark Dweller, Skirk. Dark Ritual, Spell Pierce. Alright, we win that one. So sideboard, they actually have a fair number of artifact lands, so I want all this. And I want Hydroblast and Essence Scatter. So I just want to like just interact with them a lot, basically. And the cards I don't want are cards that really don't do anything. So the Cats, the Squadron Hawks, what else? Journey's okay. These guys are too slow. So that, and then we have one more card to cut. I'm inclined to cut Lorien Revealed because we're just never ever going to cast it. Even though this brings our total amount of threats that can actually kill them all the way down to just 4 Modern Ages and 2 Dawnbringer Clerics. I think that's fine though. Alright, cut that. Submit. We only have 1 land, although it is a land that helps us to cantrip into more lands, potentially. Alright, I'll keep. Opponent mulls to 5. Drossforge Bridge. Back to us. Alright, Seagate, name white. Over to them. Vault of Whispers. Well, if we can never get up to 3 mana on time, then we're going to absolutely waste their lands. Preordain, bin anything that's not a land. Bin these both. That is so rough. No lands in the top 5 cards of our deck. Alright. Well, we're going to go to cleanup and discard, I don't know. At this point, Counterspell? Or just Journey to Nowhere? I don't know. Yeah, Counterspell. How are there no lands in the top 5 cards of our deck on the draw? Crazy. Finally a land. It's also a colorless land, which is bad. So let's actually, let's just eat their Drossforge. Or do I just play Modern Age and try to hit another land? We're already so far behind. All right, let's just eat Drossforge. So revoke existence that, and then it's back to them. Well, there's a mountain. So that plan didn't work. Faithless Looting. Discards Putrid and a mountain. 3 mana, cast Matron. Presumably go fetch Skirk Prospector. No, they fetched another Goblin Matron. Huh. Well, still no lands. Unbelievable. So let's brainstorm. Jesus Christ. It's a Basilisk Gate, and then we're landlocked. Oh my god. I don't even know what... We're just going to lose now. What does it matter? What's the card we want to see the least? I guess what? Journey to Nowhere and... I don't know. Modern Age. We're going to draw it anyway. Basilisk Gate. Can't do anything. Go. Why would you tutor for another Matron? Do they already have Skirk Prospector, so they tutored this in case one of the first ones dies? Rowan's Grim Search. Eat their land. Okay, I have no idea what's going on now. Discard Swamp Skirk Prospector. Or rather, mill those. Take 1 from the Goblin Matron. And then they play Rakdos Carnarium and bounce a land. Okay. So I'm basically forced to play Modern Age to dig through crap that I don't want. Just to get that out of the way, because otherwise we're just sitting here holding up Hydroblast for the rest of the game, right? I guess I see more cards deep if I brainstorm and potentially find another land. All right, so brainstorm. There's a land at least. Jesus Christ. Put these back. Play this. Name blue. All right, now we cross our fingers that we don't die. 4 mana is exactly enough for them to go Skirk, Unearth, first day class. 3 mana. Faithless Looting Flashback. How are they as boned as we are? I don't understand. Discards Matron Mountain. Makes absolutely no sense. How are we actually going to win this game? Black. Unearth Putrid Goblin. All right. So let's journey that and then hold up counter spells. So journey this and then just hold up counter spells, I guess. Over to them. Bunch of mana. No. Attacking us first. Take 1 from the Matron. We're at 17. Another Matron. Let's just counter that. Hydroblast the Matron. Another Rakdos Carnarium picking up a land. All right. Modern Age. Trigger. Oh my god, it's another colorless land. I would actually rather have everything else in my hand than this. Get rid of that. Over to them. Maybe you could argue Dust to Dust can go, but as a link, it's fine. Deadly Dispute. Sure. Taken 1 from the Matron. Very well. We're at 16. Cool. Alright, Modern Age trigger. At this point, yeah, let's discard Dust to Dust. And I think I just play another Modern Age. Alright. It's actually something that matters. Discard Strands. Play Gate. Pass. Alright. take another one from the matron. Down to 15. Unearth targeting matron. Very well. Matron triggers. Matron for another matron. Plays a land. Doesn't bother to play the matron. Very well. Modern Age triggers. Stack them. Discard a 4th Basilisk Gate. Jeez, alright. Honestly, maybe even Journey to Nowhere is not useful. Alright, kill the Journey. Then this one flips over. Then let's play another tapped gate named Blue. And then just pass with multiple counterspells open. And now we can just block all their matrons with this Vector Glider. Another land. Goblin Matron, sure. Resolve the ability. Grabs Putrid Goblin. Not bothering to play it. Modern Age flips over. We can literally activate all of our Basilisk Gates, right? No, we can activate 1, 2, 1, 2, and then have a land open. So let's see. Right now I have every counterspell open. So let's just Basilisk Gate and then target this one with Basilisk Gate, paying the other Basilisk Gates, right? And then just keep holding up all the interaction here. So attack for 9. 2-turn clock. Down to 9 and back over to them. So the only things that I have to counter are First Day of Class and like interactions like Pyroblast or something. Casts Dark Dweller. Sure, that's fine. It costs the mana to use it. Sack a thing to Dark Dweller, exiling a land. Sack a guy to Dark Dweller, exiling First Day of Class. Alright. I actually don't even need to counter First Day of Class here, right? I guess I will with Spell Pierce though, if they go for it. Skirk Prospector. Let's just counter that. It gives them more mana. Blast your Skirk. Like, it technically gives them more mana than they're paying for it, so let's just not let them have it. Alright, it is countered. Opponent plays another Skirk. Counter that. Yeah, counter that. Right? That leaves them with black and a treasure token. Yeah, counter that. Blue, blue. Cracks red. Red Blast. Spell Pierce the Red Blast back. Alright, we're officially out of interaction. Red Blast gets countered. Skirk gets countered. They have a single black mana open. Plays a tap land. Sacks Goblin Matron, reveals Duress. Sure. Alright, now they're dead to Basilisk Gate. Target. Alright, we won. How did we win that game? How in the world did we win that game? I don't know what they expected. They let you gather all your interaction while they spent 4 turns doing nothing but fetching more Goblin Matrons. Yeah, anyway, so 2 and 3 with Cog Gates, although I misplayed the Cycle Storm matchup, so if I had played that correctly, it would have been a 3-2. Let's see. I have some problems with this deck. My biggest problem is the lands suck. They suck so bad. And I understand Basilisk Gate's good. Turning all of your stuff into lethal threats where your opponent has to answer every single Squadron Hawk and Sacred Cat, that's good. Having more than half the lands in your deck come in tapped or not produce colors, really bad. Really, really, really bad. And also, some of these cards just absolutely suck. Like, Sacred Cat and Squadron Hawk are not actual threats. And I get it. They have synergies because the Squadron Hawk, you can, like, Squadron and then brainstorm the Squadron Hawks back into your deck and the Squadron Hawk again and get them out. And you can... And they're all, like, multiple creatures for the Basilisk Gates. But holy crap, we can't find better creatures to play than this garbage. So... yeah, and then Prismatic Strands I'm not even a big fan of. I feel like this card should be a sideboard card. Or at least not 4 of in the main. It feels pretty egregious to have so many of them. And then the sideboard, this list doesn't have any graveyard hate. I don't even know that that's a problem necessarily, but just something to look at. Anyway, that is Cog Gates.